Oof, this is going to be a close one. Hi, my name's Johnny, and today we are taking a look at the Apollo 4 Custom from Klos. Based out of Utah in the United States of America, Klos guitars are a really interesting brand that have caught my eye over the last couple of years. They mostly specialize in travel instruments or incorporating composite materials such as carbon fiber to provide really lightweight and travel-friendly solutions whilst not compromising on sound or quality. And that kind of sounded like a bit of marketing spiel, but actually that was just off the dome of what I know about Klos and my experience with them. In January at the NAMM show, I was fortunate enough to meet the guys from Klos and try out some of their basses there. And I was really impressed with what I played there on the showroom floor. And so they kindly agreed to send me this bass to check out today and sponsor today's video. Yes! Before we go anywhere, I do have to mention this is sponsored by Klos, but it's not going to have an impact on anything I say or anything I do. I'm going to be completely honest. So here we have one of the highly customizable spec versions of their Apollo 4 Custom. The Apollo is what they call their body shape. The 4 is because 1, 2, 3, 4. But the custom part is what really makes this interesting. On Klos's website, you can actually spec these out for yourselves. You can decide what nut width you have. You can decide what finish you have, what type of pickups you have. Is it passive or is it active? Is it left-handed? Is it right-handed? Make sure you click the link in the description to go and check out the Apollo series and see where you can customize it for yourself. Starting at the top is probably one of the most notable things, this carbon fiber neck. Now, of course, carbon fiber is super light and it's paired up with a mahogany body, which isn't traditionally a lightweight wood. But all in all, this bass in particular comes in at 8.8 pounds, so certainly not breaking your back anytime soon. Moving up the fretboard, it continues to have some really premium specs such as stainless steel frets, kind of C and D shaped neck, and 24 frets. So you've got 2 full octaves on here. So if you want to get up in the dusty end, feel free. We've got this black flame maple finish, which is just stunning with the black hardware. And the carbon fiber scratch plate as well. In the looks department, this is so nice. It's kind of pearloid binding as well. Just screams quality and luxury throughout. Moving on to the electronics now, we have got Klos's own blackout humbuckers in place, and these are totally passive. So we've just got a master volume, a blend with a contour in the middle, and then a master tone. So no active circuitry or batteries or anything with this bass. But how much is this beautiful bass? For this exact spec that we've got here, this bass comes in around £2,160. But what's impressive about this as well is that it's just a small team making these. Their build time on these is 3 months from the time of placement, which for like a custom spec instrument, I think is actually really impressive. Earlier, I mentioned that they specialize in travel instruments a lot of the time. It actually comes shipped in a really small box with the neck not attached to it. And the idea is that this neck is more reinforced and is firmer than, say, a piece of wood that might bend and get warped with temperature. This one stays locked in place. So it means that you can freely detach the neck and transport it with the neck detached without fear of it becoming damaged or anything like that. But let's have a listen to what this thing can do. Now I have got the Klos going straight into the Line 6 HX Stomp, where we're going to first of all listen to the DI tone, and then we're going to listen to it going through an amp and cab sim. This is just everything all on both pickups, just the DI. To me, this bass is kind of strange sounding in a way that it's quite present, but not trebly. This bass has got a strange mid-range to it, I think, one that's quite cool, and I'll dive into that even more now when we dial back the tone. This is it with it all the way off. It starts to sound super burpy, I think, and that sounds great when you're rolling the tone off and playing with fingerstyle. And also, it's very even, like the string volume across them sounds great, and that means that you can really pop it on those higher strings and it not be too in your face, like something like a P bass might be. And that's playing like all different volumes across. It sounds almost like there's a compressor on, but there's nothing at all. So that's great. Keeping it with the tone rolled fairly low, let's have a listen to the bridge pickup by itself first. And then the neck pickup. Back into the middle. This is what I mean about the mid-range. If we solo the neck pickup now and put the tone all the way up, so it's kind of like weird nasally thing to it. That's the sweet spot. I actually really like this, dialing back the tone ever so slightly, so you're getting a slightly less top end, but I think it suits these pickups really nicely. Now I've switched over to the amp and cab sim. This is the same old from the HX Stomp. Whoa, pulled my cable out. This is the same old. This is the Gallien-Kruger head and the Ampeg SBT 8x10 cab. Now let's listen to what it sounds like with a little bit of drive on there. This is it clean again. So there we go. Let me know in a comment down below what you think about this bass. Now on Klos's website, like I mentioned before, there's a couple of customizable options, and I would actually probably choose my specs a little bit differently to this one that I've got here. It feels like the string spacing is quite wide on this bass. And I've got P basses and old style necks that don't really give me that impression. So I think for me, I would personally prefer the jazz neck profile on a bass like this. That's just my personal preference though. The other thing is the passive electronics. I think that this bass is built to be active. I think it sounds good by itself, particularly with fingerstyle, and even when you roll the tone off, it sounds really, really nice. However, I did feel like I wanted to be able to control the mids and the treble a little bit more, and I think an active preamp working in collaboration with these pickups would be really fantastic. So my recommendation is, if you're going to buy one of these, I would say go for the active one, I think. Now, I've never had a bass with carbon fiber on it before, and I was skeptical because I wasn't sure how it was going to resonate. I wasn't sure how even the notes were going to be across the fretboard, but I was pleasantly surprised with how even everything was across the entire fretboard, and every string, every note sounded very similar volume and very similar output as well. So yeah, fair play. That's really cool. Overall, I definitely think that with the right spec, this could be a fantastic, incredible instrument. This one here is great, but I think it could be even better with an active preamp on there and with the slimmer nut width. Just for me personally, I think that is what I would choose if I was speccing out my own version of this. And if you want to buy this exact version, it's actually going to be up for grabs at Bass Direct. So make sure you click the link in the description to go and check them out if you're purchasing from the UK. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.